I don't know if you see this behind me, but that's Michael Ventrella and his wife Heidi Hooper trying to break into the TARDIS. Hi, I'm recording a vlog here. This is yes, the same Mike Ventrella who I interviewed on the Land That I Love novel blog this past week, and I think there's an interview with me somewhere on his blog as well, going back last year. So anyway, welcome. The Land That I Love book tour continues. I'm William Friedman. We are here on Monday, day 4 and last, Martin Luther King Day, here at Arisia 2011 at the Westin Waterfront in Boston. Very important, Westin Waterfront, Boston, because apparently there's 2 Westins in town and some people got lost on their way here. So let me catch you up on what happened since Saturday morning when I last vlogged here. I'm talking to you here from one of the ballroom lobbies at the Westin. Last time I was at the con suite up on the 16th floor. And okay. Anyway,
all right, sure.
As I was doing this, lady at the next table also has her laptop open. And this is what's really cool about Arisia. What she was doing with her computer was organizing her photos into albums. And right after I shut down, she was going, I think this is from last Halloween. Now, isn't that cool? Only in Arisia do you meet people who can't tell their Halloween photos from the rest of the year photos. This is an incredible 4-day party here, and I urge you to come next year. You will not believe what goes on. Anyway, I didn't vlog yesterday because I was having too much fun, frankly. All right, so anyway, after the last vlog, Saturday I was on the beta reading panel, and I was the only one on the beta reading panel who's actually in a face-to-face crit group, LI Sci-Fi. And I guess I have our moderator on that panel to thank, Jeannie Cavallis, who is a leading light of the Online Writers Workshop, because 6.5 years ago LI Sci-Fi was formed from 3 people who met via OWW. And if you're just getting started writing in the genre, I do urge that as a good first step. I think it costs about $50 for the year. Well spent if it's your first time exposing your fiction to an audience besides yourself. So, what did I do Sunday? Oh yeah, I gave a reading with Susan Hannaford Crowley, a very nice person whom I met at Albacon. And yeah, that last year, what was that, August, Albacon is? Anyway, you know, we're sitting around waiting for people to show up for our reading, and topic always runs to our mutual acquaintances. And one of our mutual acquaintances is a woman named Stella Price, who is not only an inspired urban fantasy writer. She also has a long list of other accomplishments. She's, well, she is a craftswoman. She's a costumer. She is an independent businesswoman. And she's a con organizer, particularly, I believe she used to do some organizing for Arisia. She's high up on the totem pole at Albacon, but she is primarily known these days as the founder and leading light of Authors After Dark, which, from all reports, is a very successful series of events. But you know, when genre writers get together, the one person in the room who's going to say what's on everybody's mind, that's Stella. And when her ire is justifiably aroused, she can be flamboyantly obscene, profane, whatever. Anyway, you got to contrast that with Susan Hannaford Crowley, who is the paragon of genteel rectitude. You can see where this is going. But anyway, I wanted to give Susan a little gift so that she would never again feel uncomfortable in conversation in Stella being in full Stella mode. So I tailored my reading around that. I read her some dialogue from my work in progress, Mighty Mighty, which is a superhero spoof. And I have this one character based on Marvel's Silver Age rendition of the Mighty Thor, who has all those Jacobian flourishes in his speech, all the these and thous, and when he speaks, it's like you're listening to the King James Bible being read or Shakespeare. And anyway, my take on Thor is a character who I named Lug, real name of a Celtic deity, and basically he's Thor with Tourette's. Got like a millennium full of English language profanity to draw from. So anyway, Susan did laugh uncomfortably. But one thing I didn't know about her is that she's also the slush puppy for Space and Time. And that was a very good piece of information to get at that reading, because immediately after that reading, I went to brunch with the leading light at my table was Hildy Silverman, who is the publisher and editor-in-chief of Time. And I think they can expect a submission from me as soon as the reading period opens, and we should be hearing about that soon. One more thing about Space and Time. The other leading light at our table was the illustrator Frank Wu. And as I was leaving the table after brunch, they were talking about Frank doing a cover for Space and Time one of these days. So be on the lookout for that. He's really an amazing illustrator. He's got this webcomic he's working on that is basically Fellini's 8.5 done to anime. It's I don't know how to better explain it. I think it's called Guidodon or something like that. Also, he wasn't at brunch, but over the weekend I got a chance to hang with Hildy's husband, David Silverman, who, if the name sounds familiar and it's rolling around in your head and you've heard the name David Silverman recently, but you can't place it. He was on the O'Reilly Factor a couple of weeks ago. He's the atheist who got into an argument with Bill O'Reilly about the existence of God, and O'Reilly comes out with, the tide comes in, the tide goes out. Never a miscommunication. You can't explain that. This is the guy whose expression, I can't do it justice, but it went viral. It's on YouTube. I don't know if you'll find it on the Fox News channel, but you will find it on YouTube. And I think both Olbermann and Colbert had their takes on it too. So anyway, what else is going on here? I was on a panel Saturday afternoon, late in the day, on IP and fanfic. I was the only non-attorney, and everyone else there was getting kind of attorney nerdy on on codicils and footnotes of all these all this case law on what fair use is and what harm is. And anyway, I just came up. I had a little MBA gloss and gave an elevator pitch for a business plan for a social network site that could actually monetize. I'm gonna have to lug this to the I think you can just transport there. But anyway, if you're interested in this elevator pitch about how we could possibly make money from fanfic, just get a hold of me. The evening was spent last night at the Joss Whedon event. They basically had this sing-along led by a Rocky Horror-esque troupe of local performers. And first they did the episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer called Once More with Feeling, just acting it out on stage as the episode is playing on the big screen. And they followed that up with a performance, again live action plus the film, of Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. And then they did it again, except instead of singing along with the main soundtrack, they sang along with the commentary. It was a riot. I mean, I sat through it twice and still laughed. So, if you haven't caught Dr. Horrible, catch Dr. Horrible. It's again here on YouTube. Anyway, I got to sign off. I have to get to the Getting Geeky About Religion panel. Starts in just a few minutes, and then I'm catching the bus home. But it's been a great time here at Arisia. Managed to sell a couple of copies of Land That I Love, and also got a chance to meet Leonid Korogodsky, who gave me a nice back cover blurb. And anyway, signing off. And next con I intend to be at is LunaCon in Rye, New York, in a couple of months. And talk to you then, if not sooner.